Within a square mile in my neighborhood, that's where everything goes down.
I believe that there is a strong sense of community in my neighborhood.
In my neighborhood, there's a character that my family calls eBay Bob.
No, I don't like my neighborhood.
For fun, I usually leave the neighborhood.
I never been in one place for very long.
One thing that makes the community or the area I live in strong is like the pride we have.
There's still racism in my community, of course.
What is it like?
On September 18, 2014, I lost a friend to the streets of Chicago. He was shot and killed. He was a normal kid, he didn't gang bang, and he was like happy. The hopes I got from my neighborhood, I wish they can put all the guns down and continue to be friends like we was before. But right now, with the way this community going, I don't think they'll never put down the guns.
I'm very proud of where I come from, and like my community, and just the events we have, like the Puerto Rican parade or the carnival, the festival, Bandera Bandera. That's what keeps the community strong. It keeps the pride there. You can't be half and half or something. You just you gotta represent it 100%.
I've just recently graduated from the Putney School in Putney, Vermont. It's a boarding prep school on the East Coast. Got there, it was a big change of culture and change of people and scenery, so it was really difficult to blend and to feel like that I fit. Park districts made me tough, so I think I'm able to get through anything.
I believe I live in Jackson Park. Before that, I lived in Humboldt Park. Before that, I lived in Douglas Park. Before that, I lived in downtown Chicago. Before that, I lived on Vancia Street. Before that, I lived on Springfield, and before that, I can't remember. I had a single mom, and we always moved around from apartment to apartment based on maybe the way the neighborhood was, or if I transferred to a new school, or based on who she was dating at the time.
I've gone to pretty diverse schools my whole life. Going home to a neighborhood where racism is more prevalent and manifests itself more vocally, I guess. It's frustrating to see that. I think it's important for people to learn at a young age that racism is a problem in this city, in this country, in this world.
I've been seeing Bob in his red wagon pretty much since I can remember. You can see him walking to the post office with his red wagon that's filled with boxes of all shapes and sizes. He could be just selling his old stuff, Star Wars or something, or he could be selling or just sending stuff to people in need.
Throughout my childhood, there was only one other kid my age, and we used to sprawl out on the sidewalk in front of her grandma's house, squinting through the glare of the streetlights, just straining to see the stars. But instead, we found fireflies. Filled the streets and our heads with curiosity. But then we started to grow up, and she moved away, and I found it a lot harder to find entertainment in my neighborhood because the simple things just weren't enough anymore. And I wish I could go back to that time where it's acceptable for me to do things like that.
They kind of say I'm like the black sheep of the family. I dress different, I listen to a different type of music, I like to do different things, and not my mom, my dad, my sister, but the rest of them, they all kind of do the same stuff, and I don't really like that stuff. We're planning to move right now, pretty much wherever, because we're tired of living here. For this move, I hope to not come back to the house that I'm at.
I would consider my dad a fairly racist person, mainly because he's grown up with these stereotypes being thrown in his face. My background is that I am Mexican and some European. I think of my neighborhood as a really normal place. People conduct themselves in a basic neighborly fashion, the same thing that any other neighborhood would do.
People that come to my community, they will see a lot of pride, culture, and just togetherness.
If I didn't have the park districts, I would have been antisocial.
Probably won't ever find out what's inside those boxes. Prefer not knowing. It's a nice mystery.
If you're exposed to different types of people, then you're gonna not try to whitewash the world and be like, I don't see color, because that's an issue. You're gonna recognize your differences and then like learn how not to be the problem.
In my new community, I hope it to be more diverse and more open-minded like me.
The people that I can connect with, that's my community.
I'll miss the memories, but I don't think I'll miss right now.
I would tell my father not to be so concerned about people's ethnicity or heritage and be more concerned about their personality.
If Devontae was here now, I would tell him that I love him and he should continue to go to park districts and play ball with my brother like he usually do.